Welcome to the last edition of The Source for this semester. I'm Victoria Lee. We still have a lot to report, including a chance to enjoy drinks without the alcohol.
And I'm Gabriella Petruno. We'll also check out a new student organization and stop by the farmers market. Stay with us. Kogan Plaza was filled with the strange sight of blenders, mixers, and cocktail glasses as GW's GWise Club and Center for Alcohol and Other Drug Education hosted its annual mix-off competition. Kara Bowers was there for The Source.
Kogan Plaza was filled with the strange sight of blenders, mixers, and cocktail glasses as GW's GWise Club and Center for Alcohol and Other Drug Education, or CADE, hosted its 5th annual mix-off competition.
It is 5 o'clock, so you can all start serving drinks.
Student organizations formed teams to create their own signature non-alcoholic drink, along with an educational palm card to hand out to fellow competitors. Some of the favorites included Hawaiian Punch, orange juice, Red Bull, and even Jello shots.
Something different, it's something that people will come out to, and it's a different way to get people thinking about issues that people don't necessarily want to be lectured about or talked about.
Over 1,700 college students die each year from alcohol-related injuries, and GW's campus is no different. At the recent Spring Fling concert, 10 people were emerged due to alcohol consumption before the GW hospital had to request that students be deferred to other local emergency rooms.
Our goal is to kind of show both the positive and negative effects of alcohol and kind of the way it influences people on campus. So we're kind of a student approach to alcohol.
Students enjoyed the opportunity to discuss alcohol and substance abuse in such a casual setting, while also sipping on a few mocktails.
I think they're delicious. This one is a little bit tangy and orange juicy, and I was about to go try one that has ice cream in it.
Tables were lined with drinks featuring everything from black pepper and celery to vanilla ice cream and mango sorbet.
Following the competition, students were able to vote for their favorite mocktail, in person or on Twitter, in hopes of winning cash prizes.
Ultimately, Kappa Delta's Pineapple Creation took home the top prize, and GWise and CADE hope to keep lines of communication open with more events like the Mix-Off. For The Source, this is Kara Bowers reporting.
Next fall, GW is going to have a brand new student organization with a very important cause. Paula Fournier was there when things kicked off.
GW for Yasuni ITT will be promoting and raising awareness on campus for the preservation of the Yasuni National Park located in eastern Ecuador. The national park is one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, and it is known as the lungs of the world. Unfortunately, it is currently under the threat of oil drillings, and not a lot of people know about it.
I actually had no idea that this was going on in Ecuador, but I'm very excited for my friends and their new student org that's going to help save a little piece of the planet.
I found out about it in the summer from a friend of mine, and it sounded like a really interesting project. I just found out more about it, and I hope they do well with it.
Yeah, well, I just learned that it's a government initiative, which is always good to hear, to find a way to not exploit the available oil.
I think it's a great initiative for everybody that has had the opportunity of getting to know the project, to know the biodiversity that Yasuni has in Ecuador. It's truly remarkable to find an initiative that is looking to preserve that biodiversity, that natural resources.
Veronica Olmes and Victoria Chiriboga, two Ecuadorian GW students, are making sure that their new student organization will make other students aware of the issue.
It's happening on a global scale, and we want students of GW to get involved in it. GW is a community that's very hands-on what happens globally and trying to make a change. And once we can tackle that and make a connection with the students, then we can try to head on and tackle other environmental issues that are happening.
Olmes and Chiriboga have been working hard making brochures, stickers, and Facebook events to spread the word of their new student organization.
We've been taking the time to make stickers and brochures and stuff that are going to make people identify themselves or identify the initiative instantly when they see it.
Yasuni ITT introduced itself to GW at the annual Earth Day fair that takes place in Kogan Plaza.
GW for Yasuni ITT is definitely making sure that they're being recognized on campus. With stickers, brochures, and really cool bracelets, they're definitely standing out at the Earth Day fair.
I think it's a very good cause. Instead of drilling oil, this should be what they be doing and preserve it as the best way as possible. Yeah, I think it's a great initiative to protect biodiversity and mitigate climate change.
I am Ecuadorian, so the fact that this is a project that is supported by the Ecuadorian government and that so many people around the world want to be involved in it, like, makes me extremely happy, and the fact that I can be a part of it and help, it also makes me extremely happy.
And for me, also being Ecuadorian and an economist, not only it's about preserving the environment, but it's as an economist, I think that it's making Ecuador take that leap forward, creating investment in alternative energy, and having Ecuador not be so dependent on oil.
With about 10 Ecuadorian students in GW and more joining next year, this project seems like it will definitely make an impact on GW and create awareness for environmental issues that are going on in the world. For The Source, this is Paula Fournier reporting.
One option for students as they move on from GW is to think about entering the health field. That doesn't mean just becoming a doctor. Hillary Kelly attended an unusual fair where universities were trying to recruit talented students.
Admissions representatives from schools across the nation networked with GW students interested in pursuing a higher degree in the medical profession. Some upperclassmen knew exactly which programs they wanted to target at the fair, while underclassmen took the opportunity to explore their options.
We definitely wanted freshmen and sophomores to come too, just to kind of get some experience talking to people, asking questions, getting a better idea of kind of the general sort of lay of the land for what they're looking to go into.
Hopefully people talk to schools not just about their particular school, but about the profession and the opportunity and, you know, thought outside the box a little.
80 schools are represented at today's recruitment fair. Some are from as far away as Florida, while others are right here in the district. Nearby schools like the University of Maryland and Johns Hopkins were represented, as well as George Washington's own postgraduate medical programs. Other schools in attendance included Cornell, George Mason, Dartmouth, and Emory. Universities talked to us about what kind of student they were hoping to attract.
Academically, of course, they have to be well prepared. It's extremely competitive to get into any professional school environment. We're also looking for that passion that they have for whatever field they've chosen.
We offer some really wonderful health science programs, and George Washington University is a fabulous institution, so we decided we'd probably pull some pretty decent students from here.
Johns Hopkins and the University of Maryland have been holding similar recruitment fairs for years, but this is the first year GW has hosted. Amy Sarich and Sarah Krause, who organized the fair, are pleased with this year's outcome.
Actually, we did a quick exit survey at the fair. One of the questions was, this fair was a valuable use of my time, and it was, you know, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree, and 110 students agreed or strongly agreed. So that was really good to get that feedback.
The two are hoping for double the attendance next year. For The Source, this is Hillary Kelly.
Spring means the return of the popular farmers market. It's moved to a new location on campus, but the offerings are just as tasty and just as fresh. Amanda D'Ambra reports.
Fresh Farm by the White House began in 2009, one of many farmers markets the organization runs across the city. This Thursday, workers at nearby businesses and federal agencies came out to enjoy a little sunshine, music, and tasty homegrown food on their lunch breaks.
Those high stakes.
What brought you out to the farmers market today?
To get my popcorn and to see the new treats they have this year, because I normally come out every year.
Oh, do you work in the area?
Yeah, I work right in that building.
Perfect.
So convenient.
The Treasury Department is just one of many offices in the area. Many of the owners of small bakeries, on-the-go restaurants, and farmers say they come to Fresh Farm by the White House because of the busy lunchtime crowd it attracts.
Fresh Farm Markets was really our first farmers market, and it's been a thriving, good market for us. So, good weather today, lots of people, and we're enjoying it.
We first started as more of like advertising, trying to get our name out, and it's just gotten to be really big. So
many of the vendors come from miles away to reach the busy crowds of downtown D.C. It's prime real estate for those trying to expand their small businesses.
We're at Toygo Orchards out of Pennsylvania, and it's mostly fruit. Peaches and apples are the big crop, and then there's all the small stone fruit, plums, apricots, cherries. We'll be coming into strawberries here in another month or so.
Yeah, this is a great place to have face-to-face meeting with the retail customer. We don't normally get that with the distributor, or sometimes the restaurants we don't always get to see who's eating the lettuces, and this is a great chance for us to get out on the street and meet people.
From wood-grilled pizzas to macaroons to tacos, this isn't your average farmer's market. But for all the professionals that work around the White House, and for GW students just down the road, this is a great place to take a little walk to on a Thursday afternoon.
This offers a lot more.
Yeah, I actually live off campus in DuPont, and this is similar to that one up there, so it's nice.
It's nice on a nice day like this.
Yeah, really.
Actually, just walking around on a beautiful day and wandered upon this farmer's market and stopped in. It's great.
Now that the weather is heating up, farmers markets will be popping up all over the city. But rain or shine, Fresh Farm by the White House is sure to bring hungry DCists out of their cubicles. Reporting for The Source, this has been Amanda Diambra.
Coming up next, we'll showcase some of the many artistic talents of our fellow students.
So you think you'd be able to start in 2 weeks?
Absolutely.
Very impressive, Mr. Gonzalez. We'll be in touch.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you both. Thank you.
Good luck. Thought he was pretty good.
I think we've got enough color around here. 2 points. And who's next?
You drop this.
Imagine the power of one voice. Find yours at freedomcenter.org.
With the end of the spring semester quickly approaching, performers all over campus have been gearing up to take their final bow. Samantha Schnurr takes a look for The Source.
Students in the Department of Theater and Dance finished their final weeks of the semester with DanceWorks, the department's biannual dance showcase choreographed entirely by the students themselves. For junior choreographer Mary Bowlby, what started out as a daunting requirement for the department quickly turned into an unforgettable experience.
Originally, because choreographing is a requirement for my major, you have to choreograph to graduate, so I thought I could do that. But then as the process got on, I really decided that I enjoyed it, and it's something that I'm looking forward to do in the future.
I'm standing outside of GW's Theater and Dance Studio, where freshmen to senior dancers have been rehearsing for nearly 4 months in preparation for their debut. Let's go take a sneak peek inside to see what they have in store for opening night.
Auditions for DanceWorks were held at the beginning of the semester, and choreographers started rehearsals immediately after. Unlike other performances on campus, choreographers and dancers collaborated with each other to create numbers that were truly one of a kind.
There are all kinds of choreographic techniques that people draw upon here, and that's what I think makes the show so interesting, because everyone's piece looks totally different.
Student choreographers pushed their pieces to new heights through vibrant costumes, eccentric props, and even original live music.
Well, my piece is a little bit different than the traditional DanceWorks piece. I use live music. I have a live pianist on stage, which isn't typically done, and I'm very excited about that.
The modern dance style of the showcase may seem a bit odd to the average viewer, but senior DanceWorks veteran Elisa Rosoff encourages audience members to simply sit back and enjoy.
Every piece has a different concept that the choreographer had in mind when they created the piece. And the interesting thing about dance is that they don't necessarily want you to know exactly what they were thinking. The point of it is to impart an emotion.
DanceWorks opened to packed audiences on April 18th. Dancers of all ages are encouraged to come out to auditions in the fall for next semester's DanceWorks. For The Source, this is Samantha Schnurr.
Do you ever want to get your hands around wet clay and mold it into something beautiful? Some lucky students get a chance to do just that, as Numet Kirak found out.
Ever wondered what is on the 3rd floor of the Smith Hall? A fully accomplished ceramic studio where GW students take fine arts courses for credit and make art for pleasure. Although George Washington University is famous for its business and international studies programs, It has a ceramic studio that is just as established and polished as any art schools.
This building won all kind of awards, and that's why the function of the building is precise and specially made and specially designed for its purpose.
Professor Türker Özdoğan, a mastermind behind the Ceramic Studio project, is an instructor with a high likability rate among students.
I think he's very knowledgeable, I think he's engaging, and I think he's fun. I've never had a professor like him before.
Professor Özdoğan's classes are famous for their artsy and therapeutic atmospheres. Students find it relaxing to get creative listening to classic rock, jazz, or Beethoven, depending on professor's mood that day.
You feel like an artist, and you really want to create something when you hear that music.
Here, students learn how to make art with clay and take a break from their days to enjoy their creative moments at the same time. Professor Özdoğan's course is a favorite for many.
Even when there's noise going on outside, you're kind of in your own zone in here, so it's nice.
The department takes pride in the kiln room, various glazing and shaping tools, and the working space. But the reference library is the gem of the studio for everyone.
I've been in there a few times, and it's very helpful. It gives you a lot of good ideas to create and things like that.
The flexibility in the classroom improves their creativity, they say.
Do what you want, and as long as you get the material done.
Professor Özdoğan's pottery and ceramic sculpture courses are open to students of all majors throughout the year, including summer sessions. This is Nimet Kıraç for The Source.
We end our edition of The Source. It's hard to believe the semester is over. Thanks so much for tuning in.
And for you seniors, best of luck in your new careers. It's going to be an exciting time.